One, two, three. Start. So, this is Natural Fitness Lifestyle. I want to talk about how I use the visualization and imagery to help me during my workouts. This is why I do so many videos on muscle art, because the images of places that I imagine and being while I'm exercises, images that, that I draw strength and inspiration from. If I'm doing pull-ups in the sky, this is how high I would actually like to pull myself up in the sky. But even more than that, I've never actually been in the sky without a plane taking me, right? So that is even more powerful than achievement. That's one of the ultimate physical acts or ultimate prowess that a human can have, to be able to fly like a bird without any external assistance, without any equipment. Come on, let's face it. Who would not like to fly like a bird? So that's one of the visualizations I use during exercise. Perhaps you see me doing standing exercise in the woods. The woods are a magical place for me. When I was young, I was reading about people a magician who would live in the woods and would have elixirs and natural medicines to cure everything, to give you the power of eternal life. So when I see woods, the image of the woods, especially in a primeval way, with the trees with branches bent in different exotic shapes, branches shaped in exotic shapes, like in primeval times, medieval times. It's a magical, magical image for me. I would love to be there. I would love to be exercising in the woods and not be scared, to breathe, to be open, to be part of it. But of course, such magical places are only imagined. But this is the power of visualization and imagery. This is how it makes me feel powerful to think of being in such places like an enchanted woods when I'm doing or performing a simple exercise. Because let's face it, doing simple things and attaching simple meanings to them can get you only so far, right? Hey, how you doing, Sophie Vergara? Oh, wow, dicen, hola, tú sabes que hay una actriz con ese nombre. Yo, yo era un, bueno, yo veía el programa Coconuts Game. Hey, how you doing? Great papayas and coconuts. I love all three of them, gaming, papayas, and coconuts. Hey, hello, Kevin. Good to see you, man. We got these number one, number two. Everyone's number one here. Everyone's number one. I'm talking about, hey, you guys, hope you're having a wonderful night. If you ever thought of things, thought of being someone else, to try to like transcend, pick up your your experience at the moment, even if you're just in your kitchen or you're just walking along, if you ever imagined being somewhere else. Now, I know you may think that sounds a little bit, a little nutsies, but I mean, I like doing it. I used to like doing it when I was a kid, imagining myself and visualizing myself to make me feel more inspired about where I am and what I can do. Here I am, 64, haven't grown out of it. And I'm talking about visualization, mental visualization, and imagery, and how it could help you improve in any of the goals that you have, or, or your present experience. Like, say you're just walking along the street and you want to imagine that you're walking along the universe. I mean, maybe it sounds silly to you or silly to some, but these are the type of things I like to do. But you know why? I want to give you a little background, because how I got started in all this, right? Um, so I used to be a messenger, right? I used to go all around the place. A lot of times, like, you get tired because you're walking all day. So I started imagining, like, I was walking in the universe, walking in the North Pole, walking to deliver an important letter. I was just imagining being on a beach, an exotic beach, all kinds of things just help me get through the day. You know, now when I exercise, I don't want to just count reps after reps. I want to feel that I'm moving in closer and closer. That with my movements, I'm getting closer and closer to where I imagine I want to be at, be it a beach, being in a universe, being in the clouds, being in an enchanted forest, developed enchanted forest. A lot of these videos that you see me do about muscle art, it's about visualization and imagery. What I think of up here when I'm exercising. So tell me, like, how's the evening? What do you think about visualization and imagery? Yeah. Uh, Places that you visualize. Visualization can be about places that you like to be at, not just imaginary places, but places that exist but you've never been to. I haven't traveled a lot, so I have a lot of places I can imagine going to. Anyone want to hear a little story? And this is a true story, how it shows how visualization and imagery can be powerful. So 1998, I had a bad accident where a piece of roof fell on my back, and it was hard to exercise. My back was hurting. So I thought had a goal. I wanted to lose weight. So I couldn't go to the gym, couldn't afford a gym. After work, and this is after a full day's work, we get home at 8 o'clock or even later, 8 o'clock at night. I go to my living room and I turn off all the lights. I'll be in the dark. I put on a station called WSOU. It was from Seton Hall University or Seton Hall College. WSOU 89.5. It doesn't exist anymore, but back then it was, all different new type of rock bands. And I'll be in the dark and I listen to that heavy metal and I get inspired. I think of all these. I'd be in the dark and in pain, but I'd imagine with each time I did a rep, I'd be closer and closer to these places I wanted to go to. I see myself running up a hill running to the sun, running into the sun as it sets. Because I grew up in a place called Sunset Park where you see the sunset. When I was a kid, I used to lie on the grass and I used to look down the hill and see the big sun setting into the bay. So when I was in pain and do my exercise in the dark, this is what I would think about. That I was running, that I was a kid again, and I was running into that sun that was sinking into the bay. It somehow gave me hope that I can actually continue, because it was hard to even do another rep, let alone do it again, another day, another week, another month. And another thing I thought about was, it's kind of a funny thing. I'll be on stage in the dark. Since I was exercising in the dark, I was thinking I was in the dark receiving a trophy for the Mr. New York in the dark, with, with a light shining on me on a podium that was number one. And I didn't really believe that it was going to happen, but I just loved imagining that it actually happened. That was in 1998. I was 224 pounds and had a bad back injury. Would you believe, in 2007, I stood on a podium with the number one in a dark stadium with the light only shining on me while I was receiving the trophy from Mr. New York. It became real, it became true. So did my thoughts actually bring me to that experience to this day? What do you think? Can visualization and imagery bring you wherever you wish to go to? For me, that's the meaning of visualization and imagery. And, anyway, so what does visualization and imagery mean to you? Please let me know. Please let me know if you experience it, or if you like to use visualization throughout your day, or if you like to use visualization and imagery, during the week or during the month. Have there ever been like special times where you use visualization to help you do something that you wanted to do, or make things better? Because I wish the best for everybody. And this is why I get on here and I like to share things that have helped me a lot. Yeah, you figure, like physicality has measurements, right? You can measure anything physical, you can measure, right? But you can't measure, you cannot measure, or can you measure visualization? Can you measure imagination? You can't. This is what is, one of the beauties of it, what makes it powerful. So, who's out there, and who would like to share their experiences or their opinions and views about visualization and imagery? It's why I do muscle art videos, to show the places that I visualize, and my imagination, how it muscle art brings me a lot of joy, because it helps me live through experience through my visualization. It helps me achieve, a an experience, though I'm never really experienced it, but only in my mind. But perhaps it's very close to the actual experience. For example, have you ever thought of being somewhere, or imagined what it would like to be to do something or be somewhere, and eventually you do that thing that you wanted to do or go to that place that you wanted to go to, and it turns out to be just like you imagined it to be. So I leave you with that thought, and I wish everybody a beautiful, beautiful remainder of the night and week and summer. Let this be a very rewarding, happy summer for everybody.